Everyone, it's me. I'm trying out a new rig today because I need to be able to upper and lower things, especially when I'm working on my 12-inch album, which I'll be doing some more work. I also have a second rig that will work when I'm showing cards, which I shall be doing later because I've got lots of cards that have come in from two gorgeous people. But this one is a what have I bought lately, which I haven't done for ages, and I've got oodles and oodles to show you. But first and foremost, right, so here is the timeline. When I first started crafting, I bought an A3 size guillotine cutter. Brilliant. It cuts through an amazing amount of paper. It cuts straight. If you put in too much though, it does cut a bit jagged, but I'm talking about a significant amount. So then I joined Stampin' Up, and I loved their Stampin' Up trimmer. Loved it to bits. I did find that I was going through so many blades though, because I like thicker paper. So I thought I would buy something to use on non-Stampin' Up paper and vice versa. So then I bought my Tim Holtz trimmer, which is this one, which I adore. But when I wanted to cut my 12-inch, because I work in 12 inches, I then bought my beautiful one of these, which I have to say is amazing. Got an arm, it pulls out to 12-inch. Blades are readily available. They come singly or in packs of 5, and they're so cheap to buy the blades that I love this. So you're now thinking, well, why go with something else? Because rotary blades to me are far longer lasting. I have bought some blade, I have bought another couple, but they last so long. But this one's different. Right, so this measures as well as cuts. Now you're thinking, what, they all measure and cut. This one is different. Let me show you. And I mean, it's not something that is anything amazing. So I have 2 sheets. Now I would say that this is probably 200 GSM, so it's not very thick. And I want 4 inches. So I'm going to go to, let's do single sheet, otherwise it's, for now, just for demonstration. So I'm going to take that down to the 4 inch, and that side, right down to 4 inch, and along to 4 inch. And it's cut through the other piece, but it cuts a different way, so that you're in no way are your hands near any blades. I mean, if you turn this round, you will see that there's a blade there. It's not something you can hurt yourself on. I mean, if you're gonna, you can't hurt yourself on it. You could probably find a way of doing it, but I love that there is nothing here. And when I want to glue 2 pieces of paper together dead straight, I will be able to line them up and put my paper down there. It's fantastic for lining up as well. So this is my new baby. So you're either going to see me using this, my Tim Holtz, or my beautiful Furbon. Doesn't sound all that interesting, but I love this Fiskars. I love it. I absolutely adore it. It was $49.99, but as I say, the Rotary blades lasts a long time. I love that all of that is it's all free. All of this bit here is completely free. Your hands are there, you're cutting away from, you're not using this to cut, and that won't make itself apparent straight away to whoever's using it. It does to me, because I've been using it now for a couple of times. See how I like it before I would, well, even tell you about it. So I love it. I just love the fact that you've got the whole base. I can line stuff up here. Another good thing, if I can find something, I'm sure I can. Although I will say my craft room is in dire need. If anyone would like to come and clear up my craft room, feel free. Right, so you can literally push against that, make sure it's dead straight, and you will have a beautifully straight card. Not that that's going to set the world on fire, because you can do that with a lot of it, but I was just thought that having all of that free was wonderful. Plus I can use it as a ruler, I can use it for doing all my diagonal cuts. I love it. So anyway, I'm going to shut up about that because I got a lot more. Another thing, when I first started out crafting, this here was my crafter's companion die cutter, and it stuck on my desk with a suction pad, and that's how I started out with my die cutting. I then progressed onto an X cut, which would do A4 cutting, because I wanted to do A4 embossing. And then I progressed to a manual big shot, but it was too much stress on my hands, so I got an electronic big shot, which I still have now and don't use, so I will find a good home for that. So then I bought the Gemini, but not the Junior. I bought the bigger one, because you can use the Junior plates for a quick cut in the big one. So you lose nothing by buying the bigger one compared to the Junior, because if I want to cut an A4 per thingy, I can't A4 die, I can't cut that on your Junior. Yes, so I bought a Junior plate so I could do partial die cutting a lot easier, and that is a lot easier on the Junior plates. So I bought those, but you, instead of putting them in that way, you turn them and put them in that way, and it makes it really quick. This now feeds into, I bought a new mini one to go on my desk, a mini trimmer, and it's so heavy. So this is so crafty, and it is so crafty, but as you see the plates, so use an A and a B for your embossing, and then for normal for normal cutting you would use just the two thinner ones. But as you can see by this, it does a good size of cutting, because sometimes I don't want to go to got my Gemini if I only want something small. So this is going to live on my desk, and I got this from Aldi online, and I can't remember the price, but I'm pretty sure it was $19.99. But the cut size is, I looked for ages and there was some I considered, right, so that's 3 inches by 6.5, sorry, 3 inches by 6.5, or nearly 8 centimeters, you can see there, by just 16 centimeters. So it's a fair size. You'll be able to, I will be able to do a lot with my So Crafty. But that's on the Aldi website. If anyone wants something that you can stick on their desk, do a good size amount of die cutting, you know, a good size and not silly sizes, then that's a good one for money. Right, now I also bought, I've had a lot of questions about this, my Gemini Foil Press. This machine is wonderful. Unfortunately, you have to have the Gemini, as far as I'm aware, the Gemini machine. Now, I haven't heard otherwise. I don't know. This does have a lead on, but there's no point having a lead to bulk everything up. I'm just showing you how simple it is. What was I going to look for? Right, so the question is, if I have this for the Junior, how do I use it on my bigger machine? Right, so the question or the answer to that one is simple. So you will make your normal sandwich, but instead of putting on that to go through the machine or to warm it up, you use this. And as you see, you have 2 prongs there. That sits on there nicely. These prongs here will be what will feed, which will tell the Gemini die cutting machine that there is something to go through. So there is no problems using this in the larger one. You just need to buy the plate. The plate does not come as standard, you have to buy it, but I was okay buying it. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see the fudge I made of that? I used a cut and foil the wrong way. I'll probably see it better there. One Egypt. I haven't done it on that one though. So yes, you can use it perfectly. Timing on this, there's a booklet that will tell you how much time you need to roughly do different for just cut and foil, for just foiling, just cut. There's so many things, but it lists it down. It lists it down into grams. Paper. I can't find my thing to show you, unfortunately, my my leaflet, but I have had some really great results. Let me show you. I haven't played an awful lot, but I mean, these are just beautiful. I'm going to be using these a lot on my album. Did I do any? No. So but I have done so much more than this with it, and it's just been amazing. It does also come with this as well, which is the DVD, which will show you how to get the most out of your die machine. I will say, which is really good news, is that this beautiful gold one here that has no problems on it whatsoever actually comes off of this cheapy roll that you buy, a huge great one. It's on Create and Craft, and it's also craft.co.uk, and it's £6.99 for a great big roll. I will also say that if you want colours, these ones that I buy, I bought these from AliExpress. They work too. Some work, some don't. I have had no luck with deco foil whatsoever. I haven't finished going through this. Here I have my foils. I keep it all together because I'm the most untidy person in the world. So I keep all my foils together. Also keep other bits together as well. Oh, they're oh dear, bless, love that woman. Right, so here are, so I have my Gemini Foilpress because they do send you some with it. I did buy it in a pack which come with some that just decorate. Okay, so these ones here just decorate. I bought one recently. It says with sympathy, but these fit into one of these. See the brown, these dark coloured ones are cut. They cut that here. See here, if you put two of the words in, you can make it like a, what do you call it, when you have your letters and it's on that's going to drive me mad. I know the word so well. That's really going to annoy me. When you, it will come to me. I'll blurt it out. Don't be scared when I blurt it out. I have used some other dyes and I have got great results. So here as well, I got these as part of a deal again, and these are the ones that cut them out. You'll have seen that heart was one of them. So I did buy these off AliExpress. So you can see the detail there. It's going to cut it out and it will leave little marks there. And here with, you can put hello friend, happy birthday, and then cut it out with that. You can use it with other dyes, and like I say, I've been playing but not enough to and there's another one that I can't remember where I bought that. That wasn't AliExpress. I think that might have been directly off a site and I can't remember what. But always make sure you keep your odds and sods, especially the offcuts, because you will be able to use them. As you can see, I used Gina K foils. They didn't work, but then I have her foil mate system. So I like my foils because it looks so classy. So I will be doing a demonstration in the next couple of days with my foil press, because I have had so many questions. Would I choose that one if I didn't have that Gemini? I would choose that one because it's easy. It's easy to me. Everyone probably says the same about theirs. If you have a Gemini, it only makes sense to buy a Gemini foil press. They're fantastic. That's my opinion. Right, now on to the next lot. Foil quill. Now I have a scan and cut. They are fantastic. I have also had a lot of questions on these as well. So they provide you with all 3 settings for thickness. They supply you with your foil, beg your pardon. They supply you with the different adapters for the different machines, and this here is to hold your piece of paper, fabric, leather, whatever you're writing on or putting a picture on. Again, I will be doing that soon. I have here some, I can't find very many, but I do have a lot of tattered lace, sentiments and pictures. Now, I mean, you can type in whatever you want and have it emboss it. You can have any image on that you can download onto an SVG and then download it onto your machine. You can pretty much put anything you want foiled. Now, I also have these for my scan and cut, because look at what you can make. I mean, I make these, I've just bought this and I've looked through and thought I've made most of these, but it's still great to cut up packs and send them off to someone for a Christmas present. But I bought this one and it was on offer, because it's a Christmas one obviously, but I'm going to be sending off some of my crafty friends who want to do these things. I mean, they can have a sleigh, but it was to do that. It was to do that beautiful, beautiful train. I will cut out all the components and I will copy all of the directions. They're super easy to do, unless someone thinks, no, I'm going to be, because there's so many things you can do in there. And of course you put this into your scan and cut or whatever machine you've got. They all do their own versions, and it just cuts what you want out of whatever material. So yeah, cool. Now here are some of the bits that I received for my tassels. I'm going to show you how to do different tassels. There's some more tassel tops that I'm going to show you, and they are all just their charms that you've seen. Hero Arts, I'm going to try their embossing and watermark because I love everything Hero Arts. I tried the Ulta new one and that one was wonderful as well, but I do like to try new things. I also have to give, I know that Jennifer Maguire gave this a huge shout out, but wow, this is amazing. It is really, really dark, but it cleans off really nicely. It really does. So use that if you decide I have yet to check. I believe it does everything because it's a pigment, but I don't know, because I have embossed most of mine. I use a lot of embossing because I'm going to be sending round cards and little gifts to, we're doing this crafty round thing amongst some friends. So here is what I wanted to show you in these tops. Now, just by using a simple top, I've made that one with that silky nylon thread. I used this one here, which I used a dinky little top on. That's out of normal thread. It doesn't have the slinkiness, but it's a tussle nonetheless. I used that one there, and I don't know if I'd done this on screen or got it halfway there and then said I will wait for that, but it has its charms on and it's pretty much ready to go onto its project. And here I use some metallic, and this is actually very beautiful. And again, I just used a couple of the smaller caps. It's just so you could, I promised that I would show them to you, because I am using some on my albums. So I did want to show you the different types. Gina, you asked what? Oh, this is, look at this. This is my next one. Wow, psychedelic or what? That is amazingly like woohoo in real life. So Gina asked me what a shabby chic ribbon looked like. So in your parcel you have some of these. It's this sort of ribbon. There's a lot of them. A lot of people will put that in with really thick tea leaf water, to tea bag water to tarnish it. You won't see me putting that in tea leaf water, I can tell you, or tea bag water, because tea should be drunk first of all, and they're too pretty to turn horrible colours. Not horrible colours, I don't mean it like that, but that's not so shabby chic. That's more normal. Anything that's kind of like that, really. But mostly, a lot of people like to, but it's that. It's more with. See, that's going to go on some of my album front. But there's some on the way to you. So I did buy some of those. I also need to do a demonstration. I've been asked by, actually it was someone I didn't expect at all, but hey ho. Oh, what does that say? You inspire me. I don't know who I inspire, but apparently I inspire someone. Don't know who. Right, so I have, excuse my head, clean colour real brush zig brush pens. I love them. Only on Bristol smooth paper. It makes the biggest difference. I also have some other paper you can use it on that not a lot of people know about, that I will share. It will cause chaos though, because yeah, we'll go there a bit later, but it's completely different. What I'll do is I'm going to do a demonstration. So these are also watercolor brushes, or can just be used for their metallics. I was using them for my calligraphy until the shaking started in. Now these ones here are the Zig Clean Colour. Now they don't have the brushes, but they have a thick and a thin end, and they work exactly the same. It's just the brush application just makes it smoother somehow. But I love these. I'm going to do a demonstration of all of them on different papers, so you can just see the difference between using Bristol Smooth and a smooth card colour watercolour paper, because I heard Jennifer Maguire said that any watercolour paper would work really well. I haven't managed to get the same effect. I'm not saying she's wrong, because she's very, very rarely wrong, but I couldn't get that effect with mine that I had with the Bristol coloured smooth. And then I have these ones, which are watercolour brush pens. These are fabulous. They are a cheapy make that I bought. Well, it did used to have a cover on. I will find it. It was that on Amazon. Nice range of colours, but just didn't have enough colours for me to do and a lot of blending. I mean, that's a lovely mixture of colours, but if you're new to water, if you're new to wanting to use watercolour markers, try something like this rather than go in, buy the other ones and think, God, I really don't like it. So I did buy these. Unfortunately, I don't use these now, and I should, because I could use them and see if I can get my calligraphy back. But they also might be one that I gift away as well. But I will show you how all of those work on different types of paper, so you can see if you like them more on one paper or less on the other. You will see how they spread on with water or just mixing the colours, which is that's what I do, because I have my Altenew watercolour, my pan sets. I use those for actual watercolouring rather than those, although I should use those more, but I use them mainly for mixing. We know that I've recently purchased a make of brush pens that use the alcohol brush pens that use a very similar colour scheme to Copics, which I don't have down here because I was upstairs colouring with them yesterday. So I did used to have Touch New, which they have the bullet rather than the brush. I used these for a long time and I was happy with them. I then went over to Altenew, because everything Altenew to me is fantastic. And I keep those. I love them. I love my Altenews. I'd like them in a lot bigger selection straight away, but then I'm impatient, which is why I went on to AliExpress. But I wanted to try the Copic colouring system without spending £3,500 for the Copics themselves. These aren't a copy. The colours that Copic have do not relate to the colours of the set I have. So if you're on YouTube and you hear someone say use Y23, there is no Y23 in the other one. But if they said to you use a cinnamon yellow, you might find that there is a cinnamon yellow. Cinnamon, I think, is a really dark colour, but you know what I mean. You love me, you'll forgive me. So, and you might find it's a very similar colour, but I can tell you 100% that the colours aren't relatable. The numbers. I don't have a list of Copic names. I can probably Google it and have a look and see, but because I haven't got a sample of that colour, I can't tell you if they are. But how I feel about my make that I bought, and I can't remember what they are. Hopefully I'll put all the links down below. I've got there's so many links on this that I think my best bet, because I have shown you so much, your best bet is for you to ask for links, and then I know what you want a link for, rather than me spend absolutely hours and hours putting links in, because it does take a long time to put links in. So can I say my craft room is a mess? Okay, it's a mess. It's a working room. It's a crazy room. Right, so I'm going to swing you around, so close your eyes a bit. Let's hope this doesn't snap. I haven't bent it. I hope this doesn't make you feel a bit sick. See, here's my scan and cut. There is the beautiful album that my beautiful gainer gave me, and my glue, and there are Now they are on the giveaway, which I'm going to run for another week. So by the end of next week, which is the 7th, I'm going to put, if someone wants to enter, put giveaway on this one as well. I have a couple of unopened ink oxides that I'm going to think about giving away as well, but they might go as gifts to people who don't have much. This is how I store my distress markers. Now they're on clear plastic. Oh sorry, I can't do that smoothly. They're on clear plastic, well, you can see on this one here, and I just use some wide Altenew washi tape. So the colour obviously here is what I use with, and down there are all my thingies. But I find that instead of trying to find one, I don't like sticking them to the bottom because they don't stand straight, then they don't sit straight. There are a lot of my dies that I use, my word dies. I won't swing you around because it is an utter mess, but I wanted to show you how you could, oh, I'm ever so sorry it's jerking, you could maybe, if you didn't know how to use display your distress oxides or know how to keep the colours right, maybe. Right, so I'm bringing you back down. So there you go, there you are, you're back down. Let's bring you back up there. Oh, and there is Cindy's craft room. I need to fill that hole there. I've missed out on a lot of punches of late, so I'm making that there for a lot more. See, I told you it is an utter mess, and I love to quilt as well. So anywho, I'm going to say goodbye because I have got so many more videos that I have to do, and if I did rant on at the end, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but I did give you the UK addresses where you can also obviously use so much more. There's Craft a Lot. There's so many more. I'm only telling you the ones that I personally use because I know that you get great service. That's all. Right, so I will say toodaloo for now. I love you all. If I have upset anyone, it has been absolutely unintentional. My aim is never ever to upset anyone at all. I really wouldn't want to hurt anyone's feelings because that would then hurt my feelings. So I will say goodbye now. I really love you lots. Please understand I was not having a go at anyone at all, and I was not. I really genuinely wasn't. I was just trying. I'm going to shut up because I'm just going on now. Right, my darlings, I will be showing you a couple of stunning cards and sets coming up, and then we are going to work on my album. Right, so I will say goodbye for now. Love you lots. Bye bye. And hang on, I'm just going to put you here because hang on, I want to be able to give you a big hug. This is my hug to you, so big hug. And thank you so much for spending 47 minutes, or well, nearly 48 minutes of your life with me. So yes, thank you so much. Right, I'm going to rest now because my back is killing me. My hip is hurting, and I will be crafting a lot today, so I'm going to take hour breaks in between. So I will see you shortly. Bye, my darlings. Love you all. Take care. Bye.